Okay, so if you could just tell us a bit about why you were Jewish.
Okay, well, I was kind of quite a typical liberal Jew. Thought Israel had the right to exist, but it was much too harsh. Its behavior was, outrageous and oppressive, and And I bought into all that, and I didn't look at it very carefully. And what actually made me swing to being incredibly pro-Zionist was actually things that sometimes upset us a lot, like saying Israel is an apartheid state or that Israel is committing genocide, because they're so patently absurd. And as I began to hear that, that kind of put my back up, and it made me go, well, why would anyone make such ludicrous, liable lies? And I began to realize that it was fundamentally the same as the kind of anti-Semitic libels that have been repeated throughout history, but updated for this age. And that's always the pattern. First, really absurd lies are told about the Jewish people, really grotesque lies, which justifies persecution of the Jews further down. And you can't say you're a racist anymore. It's not acceptable. It used to be 100 years ago. It wasn't an unreasonable thing to be a racist. Now it is, so they've masqueraded it as anti-Zionism instead of anti-Semitism, but it is fundamentally the same thing.
So you think that Israel, because it's a Jewish state?
It is because it's the Jewish state. There's nothing else to explain it when you look at all the detail and the massive disparity in campaigning against Israel as compared to any perceived wrongs that Israel does compared to wrongs throughout the world. That massive gap in action against Israel compared to what it's actually doing can only be explained fundamentally at the end of the day by an anti-Semitic motivation. And actually I think that for a lot of people, like particularly the people here, they come from an extreme progressive left-wing radical movement, and what they fundamentally are anti-Western, anti-liberal democracy. Collapse of the Soviet Union was kind of a big failure for them. They're looking for a new thing to hang on to. And Israel is representative to them of Western democracy and kind of post-imperialist oppression. But that's typical again of anti-Semitism. The Jew represents the great wrong of society. For the communists, it was Jews who were the inventors of capitalism. For the Nazis, it was the Bolsheviks. The Jews invented Bolshevism. We're always the Jew representative of the greater wrong.